Good morning, good morning. I lost my StazOn ink, but I found it. Paint and stamps. And I went and looked for my other book. I have another book like this that's of the Louvre. So I have two little ones, and I've gotten them both at thrift stores. And this one, ooh, I do, oh no, the Louvre floor plan will not help me at the Metropolitan, will it? Okay. I planned a little bit, just a little. Oh, Arabella, I have one and it does work. I tested it on some black paper and I like it. So I'm going to start off with this one. So I have done a little bit of planning, not really planning, but game planning, strategizing, theming. I'm coming up with a theme. My theme is humbugs of the Met. So I can write that on here now. Humbugs of the Met. And the hum stands for, it's an acronym for something, but I can't tell you yet. I know. So it's going to be bugs at the Met. Just like that. And I'm thrilled with that. I'm okay with that font of my own writing. That's okay. So I'm going to have the plot is going to be good versus evil. There's going to be a story. First of all, there's a story involved in all this that I'm making up. And oh, look how pretty. My black paint dried, minus this. No, I don't know what that is. Something. Oh, and I just took out her words because it was paint, draw, doodle, or something like that. I didn't want that on here because I'm not going to, I will paint and draw, but I'm not going to, well, I might doodle too, but I didn't want those on there. So it's bad guys versus good guys. And I have a 3-tiered levels of reign, R-E-I-G-N. So there's going to be, this guy is the head guy. This guy is the second head guy. And this guy is the third head guy for the good guys. This guy is the head guy for the bad guys. Second head guy, which she is a female of this. And then an aunt is the third in charge. So if something happens to this one, then this one's in charge. If something happens to this one's in charge. And if something happens to that one, you probably lost. And that is some planning that I've done. And then there's going to be a bunch of soldiers, which I don't know on either side what they're going to look like. So that's as far as I've gotten. I have a little bit of a theme for the story that I had to come up with first to come up with these guys. And all of it has stemmed from the bugs, loving making the bugs, prepping for Halloween. Don't know yet. If this could lead to Halloween, I don't know. But, okay, so this page is my title page, which I might just do another one of these. This page is like an intro something or other. These guys might end up in there. I don't know. This is where I'm going to start. And I have no clue as to what I'm going to do. So, I do know that I'm still trying to use these papers. I always say this. I go in with good intentions. Trying to use these papers up. This envelope full of stuff. This envelope, which these are the big pieces. These are the little tiny pieces. And this is medium size / other stuff. And so I'm going to try to stick as much as possible to these 3 pouches of paper to get rid of them. And I'm constantly, this is how I work most of the last year or so, at least since I broke my leg, my ankle. because I kind of was trapped in places. I have a big bucket of paper to the left. And as I start pulling stuff out of it or adding stuff to it, I kind of now am formulating it to fit in a system like this. Quilters do this, paper people do this, lots of people do this. No, nothing new or rocket science. I also have a big stack to my right of papers that I've made. When I say I've made, they're jelly prints, they're Procreate, they're photocopies of journal pages, that kind of stuff. Or painted magazine stuff. Like this would be an example of made paper. Oh, that could be a great background right there. I say. Got to think about that for a sec. I have a couple stamps here, which are very generic in my mind. I have the labels stamp that I got from Tim Holtz somewhere. I don't remember where. And I don't remember when. I think I got this while I was at the beach. But I have not taken it apart. Because I like using the whole thing together. Even if you have a little piece of paper. I kind of have some stamps that look like specimen cards. Kind of like this and kind of like that. Sort of. If I wanted to do just singles. But I like using a big piece of paper and stamping the whole thing on it and then taking parts of it off. Then I have these two, which one is writing, which was another Tim Holtz stamp that came on something else. Oh, the bugs. So I like that. Again, I will use it the exact same way. And then this one is the map stamp that I got the other day from, what brand was that? Well, it's a huge, like atlas page with chart lines and flight lines and things like that. And I can use parts of it anywhere, stamp the whole thing whole, and or cut it apart or tear it. So these are the only stamps I'm going to use. Even though I found my bug stamp. My spider stamp. Ooh, I was watching something on Disney last night. I couldn't sleep last night because I took a long nap yesterday. Dum-dum. And, it was a zoo channel, a zoo show on the Disney Channel, which I love watching those things. And they had this spider from Australia. Whoa! Big, huge sack of poison. You can be dead if not treated within a half an hour from her bite. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. Background pages or photocopy background pages or make another background page and add a little bit of collage fodder to it. There will be a little bit of a story here and a little bit of the bug here, or representations of the bugs marching together or whatever. So that's my game plan going into this. Could it change between now and tomorrow? Yes. I reserve the right to change my mind. Okay, so Diane always takes hers and kind of flattens it out together so it's even. She manhandles her journals. Okay. That's not really even. My big traveler's notebook clip is in another workstation. Okay. Let's roll this thing. Humbugs at the Met. All right, I did photocopy it. But it looks pretty darn good considering I have a cheap printer and cheap ink. Now, does it bother me that it's not the crinkly sound that I love? No. Yes, but no, not that much. It's not shiny because it doesn't have the magazine. I could photocopy it on a magazine. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. I could copy it on magazine paper. Wonder how that would work. I'd have to paint it white, and I don't know if that will go through the printer. But, I mean, it's not too far off, and it's not bad. Like, this place, well, this place, some of the paints have reacted to each other. So they're kind of like a bubbly effect, not unlike what you do with the flow paints or whatever they call that when they drop the paper in it. Anyhow, there's a couple places that are great in here. Actually the messy X's, pluses turn out pretty darn good. That flow is there, but it doesn't have as much of a bubbly effect. I'm trying to get there. But it's still okay. So, background of page number 1, done. Now, I cannot guarantee you also that every page will be done in one session. Like, I might have today part of it and tomorrow the rest of it. I don't know. But I am going to go fast forward now because we'll be here for hours. As much as I would like to be here for hours, I can't do that otherwise. I just can't do that. But I'm already here for, on the average of probably 4 hours a day. But those are the 4 hours a day that I cherish the most. So, I am trimming off the edges, and I'm going to put this down with double-sided tape just so that this paper is super thick, and it might get manhandled a lot. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm putting it down with double-sided tape for extra strength. I can't get this side off. These pages don't bend as easily as Traveler's Notebooks, so therefore I'm struggling to get that tape off because I don't get to bend the paper. So, humbugs of the net. Of the Met, not net. I still can't say it right. But I'm having fun doing it. On the first day, I have made up a little tiny synopsis in my head of what's going to happen, what the story's going to be about. Am I a writer? I'm much less a writer than I am an artist, and I'm not an artist. But does it stop me from trying and playing and enjoying that time in my journal? Nope. Nope. If you think I'm a crazy lady and why is she doing this? Perhaps these videos aren't for you. If you think I'm a crazy lady and gosh, it looks like she's having fun, you can stay. Because that's all true. So I'm looking through my envelopes of what I can kind of pair with a drawing of a bug. And these are from Mark Twain's journey when I did some background sheets. Those were the beginnings of my Procreate days. And I'm thinking that gray will kind of break up the color with the color that's going to be behind the bug. I don't know. I'm just going to try it. Just try it. I love the splash of red, orange with all of that. And then there's a blue title for the writing. And as opposed to what I did in Michael Palin's book, which was type these stories out, I'm going to write them because it takes me too long to get all the typing printed and blah, 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 blah. It's much easier to just take out a pen and start writing. Which means they might be a little bit shorter synopsis of what's happening on each page, which is okay too. I just have to think in smaller sentences, which is okay. And I'm trying to put them off center just for appearance, whatever. It looks right. It looks okay to me. And offset them a little bit so that they are not all on the same eye level. And that looks okay to me too. So the story ends up in today's journal. We are introduced to our first character, who happens to be Claude. He is the leader of the bad bugs. And he tells you what HUM stands for in Humbugs of the Met. HUM stands for Hiding Under Monet. And did you catch his name, Claude? It's just silly. This is where the Hums meet, do all their planning for bad and any other major events. Many of the Hum members are second and even third generation art thieves. Okay? Okay. So, Claude is the leader of the Hums. And that's the page for today. I could not find some paper that I was looking for that's kind of like a children's drawing paper that has a matte finish to it that's real fuzzy, not fuzzy, but hairy, not hairy, but fuzzy, but not hairy and fuzzy, but it kind of soaks up stuff. I can't find it. It's in this room someplace. So I just decided to use the last few pages in this Moleskine Cahiers that I've had for years and years and years. And I stamped that entire stamp on this paper, and it's going to become an underneath layer for the Hums. This might be part of their uniform. So yeah, the Hums are art thieves, and they're hiding under the Monet, is where where they meet all the time, and that's what Hums stand for. I wonder what the good guys are going to be called. Well, you're just going to have to wait till tomorrow, I guess. I've had these paints for a long time. When I was taking that watercolor class, oopsie, there you can see my gray hair. Don't focus on that camera. Ay, ay, ay. Anyhow, I drew Claude, which is just like what I was doing when I was practice drawing yesterday, kind of getting ideas for and I made a little tiny cheat sheet to get ideas in my head. All of it didn't come really together till this morning. I just like doing it. But anyhow, I've had those paints for a while, and they're Pelikan with a K, Pelikan, I think. They're gouache or watercolor, but they've got a lot of chalk tooth to them, which I like a lot, and it works for this particular project. So you might see these a lot. I had lost them for a while because I had a bag, a to-go bag for all of my stuff for that watercolor class, and I'm not going to take it. I think they're offering it again, but I'm not going to take it again. And it really wasn't a class. She was a facilitator, and you did what you wanted. That's kind of like what we're doing with our journal club too. So yeah, I'm trying to make Claude and get him painted in all the right colors with my gray hair making a grand appearance. And Claude is a cicada. So fun. And he is the leader of the Hums, and they meet under the Monet and hide under the Monet when they need to hide. So that's why they're called Hums. Do cicadas hum? A little bit. Are cicadas in South Carolina? Oh yeah, right now. We did make it through the outer bands of Fred, just fine. I don't even think there was that much damage, maybe water damage in Florida. It came ashore as a tropical storm. I was going to try to make an edge with that thing, but I don't like the way it figures out, so that may never make an appearance. But I did get that pin, or I had one, so I'm going to put it on here a little bit, add some white. And this is chalky consistency too, so that's good. So everything's chalky. Everything's coming up chalk. Now, I started to write a different name on the title for the writing, the story part, but I fixed it. I may have even cut it out. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to write his name. Now, keep in mind, both of my sisters have called numerous times in between this. Oh yeah, they were going to be called the Toule, Toule, but we changed that. The writing staff and I changed that. Oh, I wish I had a writing staff, then this might make a little bit more sense. So I put some paint over it, and dried it, and put the right name in there, which was Hums. The humbugs of the Met. So, and then I had a lot of paint on my brush, so I'm trying to just decorate my little writing staff notes that I have there. So this is so much fun. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Do I have to? No. Am I embarrassed to say that I do this every day on the internet? Slightly, but I have fun, and I'm a happy person. So either that or I'm just crazy. I don't know. But if I need help, I'm not going to call the Hums because they're the bad guys. I'm going to call somebody else. And you might just not figure that all out till tomorrow. Figure out how the good guys are. So, yeah, this was fun. Not a lot of collaging, just layering of paper. But that's okay. We're having fun, and there's the story. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow at the Met.